Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the horror Mizamani G. It's time to review the latest film in the Fear Street film series. This one is called Fear Street Prom Queen. Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the horror Mizamani G. Now, Fear Street Prom Queen is a 2025 American slasher film that was directed by Matt Palmer. It was written by Matt Palmer and Donald McCleary, based upon The Prom Queen by R.L. Stine. Now, the film stars India Flower, Susanna Sun, Tina Stranza, Lily Taylor, and Ariana Greenblatt. Now, in the film, when the It girls competing for prom queen at Sunnyside High School start to disappear, a gutsy outsider discovers she's in one hell of a prom night. Now, as I stated before in my review of the Fear Street film trilogy that aired on Netflix back on 2021, I never read any of the books the films are based on. Now, this book series, created by American novelist Robert Lawrence Stine, better known as R.L. Stine, came out in 1989, and just like his Goosebump novels, I wasn't his target audience, so I never read them. However, I really did enjoy the Film Street trilogy from 1994 to 1978 and 1966, as all three films were excellent slasher films. They had some nice kills, they had great practical effects, and a very effective storyline that covered all three films that kept the audience glued into. We all were all interested in learning about the so-called mystery involving Sarah Fleer. All three films received praise from both critics and horror fans, so I was not surprised to hear that another film based upon another R.L. Stine Fear Street novel was in the works. So now American film director Matt Palmer brings up his latest project and entry into the Fear Street film series. This one is called Fear Street Prom Queen. Now, taking place in 1988, it's Sunnyside High School senior prom, and most of the girls are getting ready to compete against each other for the right of being prom queen. Now, outsider Lori Granger has signed up to be prom queen, going up against a pack of mean girls who call themselves the Wolf Pack. They're led by Queen Bee Tiffany Falconer, along with her friends Melissa McKendricks, Debbie Winters, and Linda Harper. Now, while the prom is taking place, a mass killer starts killing off all the prom queen contestants, which leads to a fight for survival for Lori and the other contestants, as they seem to be dropping out one by one. Now, horror fans, I really wanted to enjoy this one, as I was looking forward for this slasher film. I mean, the trilogy was great. In all three films, they had great characters, had a decent story, and some effective kills. I really enjoyed all three films. Unfortunately, this one fails to provide any of the qualities that made the trilogy a successful slasher film series. I mean, the first problem is the story itself, as it is bland and dull and doesn't do anything to pull the audience in. I mean, to simply put it, it's just a generic slasher film with a premise that has been done plenty of times before, and it doesn't add anything new or different to make it stand out from the others. I mean, let's be honest, if you're going to do a slasher film, and if it's going to be the same beats that we've seen before, let's say whether it's the prom night slasher film that starred Jamie Lee Curtis, its sequels, the remake, or any other slasher film, you want to at least try to do something a little new, a little different in order to bring the audience in. I mean, yes, it's always nice to see films that bring back the 80s, whether it's the style, the clothing, the sayings. And while we do get some nice songs from that period, they really don't add anything to the story. I mean, if you're going to use the 80s, you want to make it mean something so that the audience can also bring back that nostalgia. We don't get that here. And another problem that I have with the film is the characters, and they're just as bland and dull as the story is. There's nothing about these characters at all to make me want to care about them. I mean, let's be honest. There is no character development at all in this film other than Laurie's backstory involving her mother's supposed involvement in the death of her father. And that detail isn't explored any further in this particular film. I mean, it's brought up here and now. There's one scene where Tiffany really goes at Lori, revolving her father supposedly deaf. I guess it's supposed to be some type of character art, but it's never really explored enough to make us want to actually care what's happened to Lori or anybody else in this film. Now, the one good thing I did like in this film is Lori and her friendship and with fellow outcaster and best friend Megan Rogers. And that's because India Flower and Susanna's son have some good chemistry together, as they are the only really good things that I did enjoy about this film. Speaking of India Flower, I mean, she really tries to install some life into Lori, but she is hampered by the dull and lifeless script that Matt Palmer and his writing partner, Donna McLeary, have given her. I mean, I believe there was supposed to be some type of character arc that Lori is supposed to go through. Unfortunately, that never happens, making the character act in a way that doesn't make sense. I mean, there is a scene that takes place right around midway to the second act of the film, where Lori does something that goes against her character that doesn't make any sense at all. It's nice what's happening because we do enjoy the song that's playing, but it really doesn't make any sense what's going on in that particular part of the film. Kind of takes away from what's happening too. And the rest of the cast are nothing more but cliche characters that we've seen before in other slasher films. They're just simply there to be victims to the killer. I mean, the reason why we love the trilogy, or the reason I love the trilogy, is because we cared about the characters, from Deanna and her girlfriend Sam, her brother Joss, and the mystery involving Sarah Fleer, starting from 1994, then to 1978, and concluding in 1966. I mean, all three films, we cared about all the characters in each of the settings. We cared about what was happening in 1994, cared about what's going on in 1978, and then we get the final conclusion. The story is wrapped up in 1966. All three films made us care what was happening in those three films. And unfortunately, it doesn't happen here. I mean, in this film, we don't care about anything at all of the characters. So when they're killed, their deaths mean nothing. No, I do like some of the kills and some of the practical effects they were used, but they don't have the same type of impact that I'm sure the filmmakers were going for. I mean, oh yeah, there are times where we get to see like, ooh, wow, that was terrible. Ooh, man, I bet that hurt. But it doesn't have the same impact that we saw in the original film trilogy. I know I'm going back to the original film trilogy, but unfortunately, that's the problem with this particular film. It does nothing to make it stand out from what's happening here as opposed to what happened in the trilogy. I mean, to make matters worse, when the reveal of the killer happens during the third act of the film, it's kind of dull and lackluster, and it just has the motivation as to why the killer did what they were doing. Doesn't make any sense. And it's like all this happening, and that's what you're going with. This is the best you can do. Come on, guys, get your brains together. I mean, overall, this was a huge disappointment, and I'm expecting something similar to what we got with the trilogy. I mean, all we have here is a dull and bland slasher film with bland characters, a dull and lackluster script, and an ending that doesn't add anything to what made the trilogy films great. It was just blah. So I really want to not do this, horror fans, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Fear Street Prom Queen only one of the miser's bloody gold coins. Only going to get one. Very, very disappointed, expecting something a little bit better from Fear Street Prom Queen. Now, like I said before, I don't know how much Matt and Donald stuck with the source material here, but I can't see this book being this dull and lackluster as this film is. So there you have it, horror fans. That is my review and video of Fear Street Prom Queen. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please give a thumbs up, like, and share. It really helps out with his YouTube algorithm. Have you seen Fear Street Prom Queen? Is now airing on Netflix. What do you thought about it? Did you actually enjoy it? Please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell you thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G. And always remember that horror rules. And I see you in the next video. Like I say, safe out there.